So going to try something completely different and something just for a bit of fun. Going to build this longboard skateboard. I'm going to show you how I did it. Now I didn't get as much footage as I'd like for this build, but there's definitely enough in here so you can have a look, see how I did it and have a crack for yourself. So the first thing I did was rip a heap of timber down into some thin strips, and believe it or not, that beautiful silky oak actually came off a pallet. I've used Type Bond 3 and heaps of clamps to lock this lamination in nice and tight. I've flattened both sides of the board with the thicknesser to about 1 inch thick because I got no idea how thick this skateboard needs to be. I've never built a longboard before, so I'm simply going to trace around this longboard to get the shape that I think is going to look pretty cool. Grab a jigsaw and cut as close to the line as possible. Just outside the line is probably okay because we're going to neaten it up with the belt sander. Oh, and here's another hot tip. Don't put your camera on the same work surface as where you're cutting your wood. Use a belt sander to get that final finish back to the line, and then I've taken a router and smoothed over the edges on both the top and the bottom. I didn't get any footage of this, unfortunately. I'm throwing a bit of wipe on poly at this stage for no other reason, just to see how cool it's going to look. I had a mate of mine cut my logo with his CNC, and now me and the young fella are putting this beautiful blue pearl in with a bit of epoxy resin. Find the dead center of the board and then mark out the trucks ready to drill the holes. I've taken the board to my workplace because I wanted to use the drill press because I really didn't want to mess this part up. Because of the thickness of the board, I'm going to countersink some holes from the top side of the board so that I can use the existing bolts that came with the wheels and trucks. A couple of passes through the thicknesser and that'll clean up the logo nicely before I get ready to finish. I'm giving the board a few coats of an oil-based clear coat poly because I'm tipping this board's going to cop a bit of a hiding. I'm fitting the wheels and trucks. I found these ones online for about $40 Australian, purely because of the colour scheme, and I think they look pretty cool. I'm using the board to trace out the clear grip tape, which I'm going to put on the top side of the board. You can pick up this stuff suitable for a longboard for about 10 bucks Aussie on eBay. Now don't be too concerned about pressing this grip tape down. You'll probably end up just sanding your fingers off. But rest assured, once you start riding it around, all those colours are going to shine through that grip tape just fine. I'm really happy how this longboard has turned out. I mean, for $50 for the hardware, it's pretty much a DIY skateboard that you can have a lot of fun with.